Hope y'all like that. That was Supplication by Roy the Chef. It's dangerous out here. I hope you guys make it home safe.
Why is she evil? She just like, yeah, they just say she into astrology. No, she doesn't say evil for us. She just like, crazy. She's just crazy. Yeah, she's manipulative. But he's saying Yo, check it out. You ain't worried about that. They're gonna show you at the end. So that was that a knocking out in that 1 minute? That's probably
Yo, what was that about? Don't worry about it. You wouldn't understand.
By the waters when temptations and trials come at me, and I don't go to the left or to the right hand side. I stay on that straight and narrow. I get a little built up. I get a little bit more strong, so I could build my other people up. But you got to understand, it's always going to be weak ones around you at this time, in 2025, until that sky cracks, until we all set on one accord, until we have the laws written on our mind. That's another lesson. Read.
I just need a little faith in the Most High. He order all the steps I take. Time may get weary, but I gotta keep the pace. The clock is ticking, day of the Lord ain't gon' wait. I will walk the water for your grace.
Okay, so a lot of people saying, what I'm about to break down, a lot of Israelites don't like touching. A lot of Israelites don't like reading it. A lot of Israelites don't like bringing this out because they say that they like to teach that Paul was off. But we understand here at Sons of Thunder, we understand what Paul was teaching. We understand what Paul was teaching. So don't be pricked in your spirit. Don't be pricked in your spirit with this. 1 Corinthians 8, start from the top.
1 Corinthians 8. Now, as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge.
So, knowing the things touching unto idols, you know the laws of God according to situations. Now, I'm not talking about, to break this down differently, I'm not just talking about things touching the idols. We know the knowledge of God, right? Read.
Knowledge puffeth up.
But the way you teach, the way you bring things out, the way you deal with your people, you may come off in a harsh way. And that may be so. But you gotta examine yourself. You have to examine to see, how am I dealing with my people? Am I building them up in the correct way? In meekness and humility, putting myself in their situation, understanding the things that they're going through. Read.
But charity edifieth.
But that love is going to edify them. It's going to build them up. Read.
1 Corinthians 8, verse 2. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing.
So don't think you know it all, because the Most High God is going to confound you. As a matter of fact, you ain't going to know nothing at all. Read.
Yet as he ought to know.
Yet as you ought to know, because that knowledge puffs us up, you get blind in the eyes. Read.
Slocky. 3. But if any man love God, the same is known of him.
So if you keep the commandments of God, it's going to be the same is going to be known of him, because there were some things in the commandments that Christ did that the Pharisees that also kept the law, they was confounded at. Because they said, how could Christ speak with such authority and not break the law? Because the love of God, the love of dealing with your people, it was in the commandments. But that knowledge of the law, it blinded them. Right? Read.
Salaki. This is 1 Corinthians
you don't
8,
gotta call
verse
you
4.
just keep
keep reading? Okay,
yeah.
cool. As concerning, therefore, the eating of those things that are offered in sacrifice unto idols.
So now Paul's getting ready to talk about, so eating those things, so we know we're not supposed to be eating things sacrificed unto idols. We understand that, Reed.
We know that an idol is nothing in the world.
An idol, the left-hand powers, if you're not dealing with that, if you're not giving reverence to that through Christ, that means not a damn thing. We ain't dealing with that. So therefore, I ain't gonna jump ahead, but Reed.
And that there is none other God but one.
We understand that, and that's in the law. It's one God, one faith, one baptism. It's nothing but one God. But, Reed.
For though there be that are called gods, whether in heaven or in earth, as there be gods many and lords many.
So we understand that there's gods many and lords many. There's all kind of spooky idolatry going on. All different. It's many different types of spooky religions and many different books and beliefs that people believe in. That's them. Let them believe them. Let that believe that. It's like it. Let them believe that. But you is in this word. You believe that there's one God, and you understand, going all the way dating back to Egypt. You know you're the one with the only true God and power. He's the one that created them. He's the one that created those gods for them, not for you. They got their job, but your job is to follow one God. Read.
But to us there is but one God, the Father, of whom all things, from whom are all things, and we.
Read that again.
But to us there is but one God, the Father, of whom are all things, and we in him.
So we are also in him. As we follow him and we are his logos, we're supposed to be his image. We're supposed to have the same mindset, not our will, but his will. And that same is going to be known of him. That's something Christ taught. Read.
And one Lord, Jesus Christ, by whom are all things, and we by him.
Read.
Howbeit, I said that right. Howbeit, there is not in every man that knowledge.
So we are all on different levels in this truth. We are all on different levels in our spiritual walk. It's brothers that are taller than me in this state. They can show me some things to spin my head around. And that thing may be simple to them. We were just talking to the brother earlier. Every time he comes by, a little bit more knowledge, a little bit more meekness, a little bit more building the brother up. Right? But you got to understand, you got some people that are weak in this truth. That's not a bad thing. You got some people that are strong in this truth. It's not a bad thing. Because some people have reverence. They may have came out of some kind of idolatry. So it may not be good for them to go to deal with smokers, right? You know, your family's over there. You know, if you came from, I was once a smoker. I dealt with that mess. I dealt with that demon. And I couldn't be around that because I was going to be tempted. Same thing here. You in idolatry, you don't want to be tempted with that. So we all on different levels. But now, as I continue studying this word, being that tree planted by the waters, when temptations and trials come at me, and I don't go to the left or to the right hand side, I stay on that straight and narrow. I get a little built up. I get a little bit more strong, so I could build my other people up. But you got to understand, there's always going to be weak ones around you at this time, in 2025, until that sky cracks, until we all set on one accord, until we have the laws written on our mind. That's another lesson. Read.
For some with conscience,
yeah.
For one with conscience of the idol unto this hour, eat it as a thing offered unto an idol.
So some people that have a mindset, they're giving reverence to that thing. They're giving reverence to that idol. And they eat it unto that. They off. You in sin. Read.
And their conscience being weak is defiled.
And their conscience being weak is defiled. Based on what I just said, you off. Read.
But meat commanded us to God.
I'll read it again. Meat commanded. I think the meat commanded not us.
Not. Yes.
Yep.
But Salakia. But meat commanded us not to God.
Meat commanded us not to God. Food don't command us to God. Just because you eat the clean foods, the brother talked earlier, slowly coming into this thing. He understands the dietary law. He understands how he got to deal with his wife. Right? He's courting his wife. But they already laid down, so I ain't gonna sit on the camera. So if you don't want that lesson, go find a lesson on the channel. So now he knows how to deal with his wife. He knows how to eat the clean things. Right? Read that again.
Salakia. But meat commandeth us not to God.
Food don't command us to God. Because you can eat the clean things. I'm not using that brother as an example because he's new. He's a baby. He's going to come into this thing, Lord willing. But just eating the clean foods and your heart is not right, you're not going to hear well done in that day. You're not going to hear well done. It don't matter. You never touch the abomination. It don't matter if you follow Leviticus 11 perfectly. But you still had hate in your heart for your brother. No, that's a light thing. The food, Leviticus 11, that's a light thing. That's why we teach that's something easy. You know, contrary to popular belief. We understand it. Read.
For neither if we eat are we the better.
So even if you eat clean foods, are you even better than them? So I don't have hate in my heart for my brother. I may be keeping the other laws perfectly, and I'm still eating the clean foods. It don't make me no better. Read.
For if we eat not, are we the worst?
So even if you don't eat the clean foods, are you the worst? Sister don't like lamb. I know sister that don't like lamb. Lamb is a clean food. Right? You all right though. You ain't no worse. I can't stand Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts is a clean food. Don't make me no worse. Whether it was sacrificed to an idol or not. Read.
But take heed, lest by any means this liberty of yours become a stumbling block to them that are weak.
So this liberty that you have to eat all clean foods, go to Timothy. Now I want Timothy. Let me get that out the way. 4 and 3. Now you have this liberty to eat all clean foods. And this is how you do it. 4 and 3? Yeah.
Salakia. 1 Timothy 4 and 3. Forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meats.
Committed to abstaining from meats. It was forbidden to marry, but you got to be fruitful and multiply. That's another lesson. But this is the point. Abstaining from meats. Read.
For which God has created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth.
That believe and know the truth. So if you go back to 1 Corinthians 8. If you believe and know this truth and giving thanks to the Most High God, understanding, giving no reverence to the things, those foods are now clean through Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, through Christ. Understand it. Understand, I'm talking about under the dietary law. Right? Now go back to 8 and read that.
8 and 8.
8 and, yeah, that's where you left off at? Yep.
Yes. 1 Corinthians 8 and 8. But me commandeth us not to God. For neither if we eat, we are the better. Neither if we eat not, are we the worse.
Right, read.
But take heed, lest by any means this liberty of yours become a stumbling block to them that are weak.
To them that are weak. So you got this liberty. You don't believe in them idols. You understand it's one God. And that's who you give your reverence to. And you understand that all foods are clean. You got crazy Edomites barefooted out in this nasty ground. I don't understand it. I'd be darned if I was like it. She over there laughing.
She knows. She part of
it. She understands it. Continue reading.
Salakia.
Oh, Slack, that's what I want to break that. So you got this liberty. You're strong in this thing. You understand it. But because you got this liberty, you still be in that light. You still be in that light. And you got ones that's looking up to you. And you don't want them to stumble. You don't want them to fall. And this is how that happens, read.
For if any man see thee which hates knowledge, sit at meat, Salakia,
Yeah, you good.
in the idol's temple, shall not the conscience of him which is weak be emboldened to eat those things which are offered to idols.
Read.
And through thy knowledge shall the weak brother perish, for whom Christ died.
Right, so if you sit at that table and you giving reverence to that idol, but you sitting at the table strong in this thing, and you giving reverence to that, and you're not giving reverence to that idol, but the one that is weak giving reverence to that idol, Christ did not die for that. That's a question at the end. Christ died for that? For this brother or the sister to eat these things, to partake. Understand, this is twofold what I'm teaching. To partake in different doctrines, because we can have a conversation. When you in this walk, as you get built up, sometimes we look back things that we did in the world and we laugh at it. You know, we laugh at the folly that we did. But someone else may be around you and they may be dealing with that thing. So that's why you gotta be careful of who's round about you. Certain conversations that you can't have, right? I was at a feast day talking with a couple of sisters and brothers, and we was laughing about we was laughing about weed, because we put that thing down and we're no longer tempted with that anymore. But it may be a brother or sister there that's struggling with that, or they same thing. They new into this faith. So yes, you got to watch who you're around. Or you may be talking about something else. Men talk as men, sisters talk as sisters. But even y'all have to be careful. All right? Read.
But when ye sin, but when ye sin so against the brethren, and wound their weak conscience,
their faith is not as strong as yours. Right? They're not feeling right being at this birthday party. I'm not teaching y'all to go to no birthday parties. I'm not teaching y'all to go to no folly days, no Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter parties, all that mess. I'm not teaching y'all to do that. But if you want to go, we're gonna get to that. Read.
Ye sin against Christ.
You sin against Christ, because Christ didn't die for that. Christ didn't die for you to go be sitting over here giving reverence to idols. You being strong in this thing, you got other people, even though you're not giving reverence to the idols, but you got other people giving reverence to idols and reverence to the things of their past. Because it's in their mind and their spirit is not right. They're feeling unclean. Read.
Wherefore, if me make my brethren, wherefore, if me make my brethren to offend, I will eat no flesh, while the world standeth.
So if me makes my brother offend, if I'm eating things, even though it's clean things, and it offends him, I'm not going to eat that. If my conversation, even though this conversation doesn't offend me, but it offends them, I'm not going to speak on it. Right? Read.
Lest I make my brother to offend.
Because, I'm going to end up making him offend. I'm going to end up making him give reverence to that thing. It's a way to do it. It's a way to build your brother up. It's a way to build your people up. It's a way to build your brother and your sister up to get them on the same level that you're on. right? Most High God will. Read.
Thank you for watching. If you wish to donate, you can use Zelle or PayPal. We're the Sons of Thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Shalom.
When you bought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah and was misled in our past generations? No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying on no talebearing. Get thee behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get thee behind me, Satan. No idolatry, no